Today we're rating AI-generated cards. Let's see if any Zyber or Danger today. We always know they're gonna id Danger. We're gonna start off with the Storm Champ. It is a land. It taps for a singular colorless and also taps add 1 mana of any color. So basically it's like a 6-color land. If you control 3 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of the Storm Champ. Oh my god, it's going Storm! It's not... if you control 3 or more lands, so very, very quickly this multiplies. This is a self-replicating ramp land that any deck can play. In fact, there's like no downside to this thing. Zero. It's not something you can fetch out of your deck, but it's basically the best super Wooburg land of all time. It doesn't get any better than this. You can tap for... Even the Eldrazi decks can play this thing. Does it go infinite? Oh yeah, you're right. It doesn't even come into play tapped. So basically, once we hit 3 lands, we tap it for mana. It's going to make a copy of the Storm Champ. We can tap that one for mana, and we keep making more of these things. Oh, it's supreme danger. Danger may not even be enough for this type of card. Okay, we need a bingo card today. Where's our bingo card? This thing is incredibly sick. It's super dangerous. I would actually argue that it deserves the it danger spot. Let's we gotta focus this thing in here. There we go. It dangers. Basically by turn 3. You have infinite mana. Infinite mana by turn 3. Actually, it could be even earlier if you can ramp on turn 1. Like turn 1, play Arboreal Grazer, put a land in play, and then on the second turn you go Storm Champ. You'll be storming off in no time. It's not even like you have to pay a mana to get another land in play. It's completely unbelievable. Isn't the custom? Is this a custom card bingo? Oh, sorry, we got a custom. This is a wrong bingo card. Okay, we got. I have too many bingo cards and they're not assorted properly. Okay, how about we go with this one here. We got I'll have the super hard one. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to move on for a second here. We're going to go to the name shaman. The name shaman is a legendary egg. It's a 5/4 creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, creatures you control with menace get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of sagas you control. So double strike. And then our menace creatures, they get bigger if we're playing a saga deck. This card is awful. It's a very overpriced egg. I know inflation is hitting us hard, and also there's like that chicken flu and whatever, but this is an incredibly overpriced egg for what it does. You know, I don't know, back in alpha and beta this might have been good, but by today's standards, I don't think so. Yeah, we're very weirdly specific synergy. Incredibly specific synergy, if you ask me. Okay, now let's get our bingo card back. Our bingo card is back. It's better than ever. And, okay, we still have a free space here. This is the super hard bingo spot. Do we have, like, a very specific thing for this one? Same. Everyone take a screenshot of this. Everyone take a screenshot. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall into bad cardboard. Or a basket of receipts or pamphlets of some sort. Well, we do have saga creatures now. That is correct. Well, but it doesn't even mean creatures. Creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of sagas you control. Oh yeah. So I mean, I was looking at it as like you have separate synergy. We've got our sagas, we've got our creatures in play. So our sagas buff our creatures, but now the saga creatures can buff themselves. Anyway, it's a doable card. It's not particularly any good though. Oh yeah, it was a 1-card infinite. Well, it's not exactly technically 1-card infinite. You do need 2 other lands in play. All right, takes 3 to tango for that one. The Scroll of All. It's a land. Tap for a colorless. If you control a creature, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. So we have what are with these lands? These lands are completely insane. We have infinite disenchants on a land over here. Yeah, this scroll of all. The scroll of all is basically saying you may have scrolls of nothing. Take all your scroll racks down, your soul rings. This is the one scroll to rule them all. Damn is right. This could be a Modern Horizons 5 card. Panda said, I'll take 10. The first 10 you got for all 10 commander decks. And we get a call. Yeah, and we get Colossus. So you at least get some mana out of it. You know, I would imagine a card of this power level shouldn't be adding mana at all. But instead, you know, all we have to do is have a creature. Now, I believe it's upon resolution, so our opponent can interact with it. You know, I'll tap my Scroll of All. And then, you know, this trigger goes on the stack to destroy our artifact or enchantment. They could just destroy my creature in response. So upon resolution, if I have no creature, you know, nothing happens to your artifact or enchantment. Now, is that even remotely fair? Absolutely not. This is an incredibly powerful card. Is the AI smarter now? No. The AI has not gotten any smarter. Not this AI, anyhow. Welcome, subject. It isn't even either. It's mana and effect. Absolutely. In this world, we can't be working with such crappy cards. Look, we need lands to compete with the Storm champ over here. Now, maybe Scroll of All is not the champ, but one day, maybe it can. That's not a mana ability because it targets, so you can respond. Oh, it's interesting. So tap, add colorless. If you control a creature, no, it doesn't matter. I think you do. If you control a creature, you may destroy target. Oh, it sounds like there has to be something in play. Interesting. So I believe we can activate this whether we have a creature or not, but it sort of looks like we do need a target to add mana. Because if there's no artifact or enchantment in play, probably this actually doesn't do anything. No, it's a may. If you control a creature, you may destroy. I still think we have we need to target something. And then after we target, we have the option to destroy it or not. It can kill the land if you have liquid coating, and so we turn our opponent's lands into artifacts. This is a weirdly worded card. I don't know exactly how it works. If it's a little clunky, it's still going to be okay, but otherwise it's still supremely busted. It's somewhere in between supremely busted and busted. Yeah, it's still busted either way. It's not gonna get fair. That's for sure. Also, in what world do people not play artifacts and enchantments? I like this one with Raptor with Wings. Opponent plays enchantment. Thanks for the mana, idiot. Yeah, okay. It's, definitely... Okay, so it's a legal card. It's very, very strong, though. Supremely strong. I'm not even going to say that this is necessarily danger, because... like, you're destroying artifacts and enchantments. You're not, like, winning the game here. If anything, you're probably preventing someone else from completely winning the game. We have super chats. Thank you very much. Nola, Super Duck, Troller Duck brought you this message. Thank you so much. And with that message, we will take a look at an extra card at the end of the show. We got Barb Strider Angel. This is a 2/2 Elf Druid for 2 mana. Tap, discard 2 cards, put target card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's any card. Well, wait a minute. That's if I get an instant or sorcery, that's completely illegal. I can't do that. That's not allowed. Put target card from a graveyard. Like, instants and sorceries are cards. You're not going to say that they're not cards. They are. So, I mean, generally speaking, we are allowed to put permanents into play. Well, so what happens when I put, like, Brainstorm on the battlefield? Or I guess in this case, yeah, they can take my Brainstorm. It's not their graveyard. It's anybody's graveyard. Yeah, any graveyard. This should be a land. To be honest, it would be balanced. No way. Okay. Classic Barb. No haste, though. Well, also no sack at end of turn. Are you gonna say, like, this card? This card almost looks fair. You're paying 2 mana. You're discarding 2 cards as a cost, and you're putting, like, any random. This is like a super reanimator card. You know what's interesting? This is for Reanimator and also supports Reanimator. So you discard 2 cards to target a card in a graveyard, and then the cards that you discard could be a future target in the future. Also, you could like maybe put a dredge card into the graveyard. Super diabolical. It's pretty expensive and dies easily. Oh yeah, it's very, very fair. This reminds me of... what's that? There's a creature similar to this in the Orzhov colors that also reanimates creatures from the graveyard. Yeah, I think it's this card. Priestess of Fell Rites already exists, and they don't need to discard as a cost. But that only gets... remember, that card only gets creatures, I believe. This card can get artifacts, enchantments, planeswalkers. So be careful discarding your Nicol Bolas, because you didn't think that you were going to have any chance of like casting it in this game. But the problem is that you... okay, I have to disqualify this card. You can't put instants and sorceries onto the battlefield. If a card that's not a permanent tries to enter the battlefield, it stays in its current zone instead. Oh, is that real? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. So if this is true, then we actually say this card is legal. It is doable. And also votes for deeply. Do we have a votes for deep? We have deeply voter over here. Definitely votes for deeply. 100%. It's a bad reanimator, in my opinion, though it's every turn. You're looking at... you guys are looking at this thing the wrong way. What if you could reanimate an enchantment, an artifact, a planeswalker that gets you value immediately? I don't think you would care that much. Like, imagine you reanimate Jace the Mind Sculptor, draw a card off of it. Are you, like, really down? I don't think so. Then it's like, then you have officially just lost 1 card instead of 2. And then you're going to get even more cards. Do the flashes get read? They don't, actually, because they don't get exiled. Bingo alert, instant and sorcery on the battlefield. Oh yeah, that's definitely oh, is that actually a card here? Instant or sorcery on the almost. We can say the judge one. Because the instant and sorceries actually don't make it to the battlefield according to the rules. It didn't actually say that you have to do that. So according to the rules, if we try to put Brainstorm on the battlefield, then it just doesn't go there. Supposedly, according to chat. Yeah, it doesn't have to be your graveyard either. Does not have to. So I think chat is grossly underestimating this card. I think it's actually really cool. I would even go as far as to say it's good. I would go as far as to say that it's good. Okay, we got Lidari. Lidari Bat Caliance. Whatever. A 5-mana 6/5. Turgator. It's a flying creature. Whenever you cast a spell, another target creature gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. This is awful. I have nothing to say about this, except it's a Turgator, which means there's got to be some new creature. Well, actually, I guess there's no new creature type. 3+ creature types? No. A new creature type on an AI-generated Magic the Gathering card? That's actually so common, it doesn't even make the bingo card. Finally, a commander for my Turgator deck. Yeah, that's right. You can fill it with your Morophon. You can put Morophon in there. It's the glue holding up all the niche kindred types. How many cards can reanimate enchantments and artifacts? How many cards? Oh, I don't know, actually. Not many, I would imagine. 5-mana 6/5 flyer with upside. That's like the standard now. You know, like Spiritmonger, I think, was like 5 mana for a 6/6 with upside. You know, 5 mana for this. It's just another Magic the Gathering card. I don't even think it holds up to the power level of all their cards these days. Doable. It looks so real. Except the creature type gave itself up. Cloud Poo Enforcer. You know, I never really thought of snow as cloud poo. No one tell Winter Fox. Nobody. So anyway, the clouds, they're not snowing. They're actually just pooping on all of us. It's this little flecks of poop. And when it rains, diarrhea. Anyway, it's a troll squirrel. It's a 6-mana 8/8. If X is 2, then create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. Tap, remove a percentage counter from this artifact. Draw a card. I don't even get percentage counters on it in the first place. Well, that second ability is legal, with no means in sight of how to activate it. This card is cloud poo. To the cloud. Damn, these Final Fantasy cards are getting weird. It's a snow artifact creature. If X is 2, we don't even have... Anyway. That part doesn't make any sense. X for no reason. Oh yeah, why is X there? Why is my X there? Is that on here? We don't have... I don't think we have an X one here. We don't. Oh. Alright. We failed on the bingo card. Any X or ability that you pay 2 into? So, no, it doesn't say when. Or it does say if. If X is 2, then create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. Maybe! Yeah, maybe if we play an X spell, and X is always 2, we get a 1/1. That's fresh new design space. It's actually something Wizards has never played around with. Like, X spell synergy. If you play X spell at this cost, you get this effect. First ability is interesting. If you choose X on 2 on any card. Yeah, I think... Okay, I guess we're in agreement. That's how that card works. But this card is awful. Although, I guess it's perfectly legal. If we were going to say this first ability is illegal, the second one's definitely legal. Send it back to the clouds. Well, that's hard to do, Steve Cooper. It's a lot easier for the clouds to crap on us, crap their cloud poo, than it is to send it back to them. Next card, the Imbrush Mentor. Imbrush Mentor is a 5-mana 1/4 human soldier. Whenever Imbrush Mentor enters the battlefield or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Imbrush Mentor can't be blocked. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a fetter counter? You may put a fetter counter on Imbrush Mentor. I had to read that one twice. I had to get in close to make sure that that's what the hell it was. Is there... Do fetter counters exist? Remove 3 fetter counters from our Imbrush Mentor. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. Very red ability. Oh, we got double white. Tap, draw a card for each fetter counter on Imbrush Mentor. You know what's amazing? This card was actually perfectly legal from beginning to end. Unbelievable. How many abilities? 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 abilities didn't trip over its own words. Completely incredible. Very Yu-Gi-Oh-like. Well, it can make up counters. It always does. Holy how did the AI not trip up? I know! It's not the first time, but it's very rare. This has to be a record for most amount of text, but completely doable. It could be! It absolutely could be. Is it any good? Not real. So it's an unblockable 1/4 for 5 mana that buffs our creatures when it attacks. And as we play creatures, we get fetter counters. Remember, non-token creature enters the battlefield. So we can't abuse it with tokens. And so we can't get more creatures so easily. And it's also in Orzhov colors. Draw a card for each fetter counter on Imbrush Mentor. It's actually better off... You're actually better off not using this 4th ability. Because if we keep accumulating the fetter counters on our Imbrush Mentor, we might as well just pay the double white tap and then draw the cards completely, right? What's the point? I don't need to remove... Like, removing the fetter counters... And I can exile some cards and play them this turn. I could just draw them all. Like, okay, I have like one of 2 choices. I can remove 3 fetter counters, exile 2 cards, and I gotta play it this turn or they expire. Or I tap it for 2 white mana, and I draw 3 cards or more. And that's it. I mean, that's just far superior, and I get to keep those cards for forever. Bingo alert, too many words. Oh, do we have a bingo alert for that one? And 1 word of text. I don't see a too many words thing. The first bingo card was a sham. It was a custom card. 1 word of text. No, this was the opposite. No, okay. No good. Actually interesting. Have to skip the attack to get the regular card draw. Unless you give it vigilance. Gotta give it vigilance. Oh, sorry, not Orzhov, Azorius. Very, 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 very Azorius. Would be cool to make a cube with the most reasonable AI cards. Do it. Go for it. screenshot the damn thing. Send to printer. Print out. Sleeve it. Tell us how it works. Okay. Imbrush Mentor. You probably teach us a thing or two. Also, there's a super chat here. Chris finished on an important paper today, so give me 2 more to relax. You got it, Chris. We'll look at 2 more at the end of the show. Fascinate for 2 mana. This is a sorcery. Look at the top X cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Ah, yes, the rest. All 1 of them. That's it. Because we have to put 1 of these cards into our hand. Not technically card draw. So we get around Orcish Bowmasters. We get around cards like Hull Breacher. We get around cards like... What else? Narset? Narset? Hell no. What is this? Look at the top. Oh, it says X. So we can draw the entire deck. Or put the entire deck into the... So, no, we tutor. Technically tutoring for 1 thing. And then putting the rest into the graveyard. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, it's not... the top X cards. With no X specified, X is whatever the hell we want. Yeah, undefined X, so search the whole deck. Search the whole deck, and then put the rest into the graveyard. We could deck ourselves, people. If our opponent decides to make us draw a card, arbitrarily. Bingo, 1 card infinite for the first card we looked at today. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Where's the 1 card infinite? There we go, 1 card infinite. Oh no, but it was not it was not 1 card. It required 2 more lands. So it didn't go infinite. Okay, bingo alert. The 1 card infinite X can be your whole deck. Okay, we'll go with that one. There we go. This went infinite on your deck. It's a hard bingo card, so we could probably use some help. Could be interesting if you had to exile them instead. Probably not. I mean, this is just like another Thassa's Oracle combo card. You know what I mean? She will never defend its sword. Their souls, the word by Ale, Desires, or Ascent. She will not defend its sword. She'll take it. She'll take that sword. Okay. Broken. Pick 2, and the Cloud Poo is useful. This card is Cloud Poo. Send the Cloud Poo to the Urank. If the Urank is full of Cloud Poo there. Okay, Nigh Ability. This is a red, blue, triple green, 2 generic, 4/4 Orc Spirit. It's got Flash, First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, Trample, and it's got Snake. You ever heard of Snake as a mechanic? The snake mechanic. It must mean like it's unblockable or something under some circumstance. What could block a snake? A wall? Maybe? The Badger. Snake is my favorite ability. Snake. Oh, now I get it. Yeah. Snake, it's a snake. Yeah, Snake. You really needed this card when I went to New York. And it also has Prowl, which is very weird. Everything makes sense. Okay, actually, Death Touch... No, I guess Death Touch makes sense. We're in green. So Flash makes sense. The First Strike, we got red. Vigilance, we're in green. Death Touch, green. Trample, green. Snake. What the hell? I have no idea what snake means. All I know is there's some mushrooms around here. A bird can block a snake. I like that. Maybe flying creatures can block snakes. They could also grab them and send them on their way. And eat them. Actually, do birds eat snakes? Not entirely sure. Maybe snake could be that if your opponent attacks you, you can deal this card's damage to an attacking creature. Maybe snake means it's... Like, can a snake bite another snake with its venom? Maybe snake could be something like you do not get lethal damage from your Death Touch. I never thought about that. Like, snake venom is lethal, but is it lethal to themselves? It's their own venom. Bingo alert, absurd mana cost plus snake ability. Oh, what? This is not that. Is it that absurd? It is 1, 2. We have 5. It's 7 mana for 1 million abilities. Come on, it just looks like a commander card in 2025. Yes, it's kept in the glands. No, I'm just wondering, can a snake kill another snake with its venom? Or you're saying, oh, you're saying their venom. So what if the glands burst? They kill themselves with their own venom? Okay, anyway, snake ability is not an ability. Although it's very interesting to think about. There is another weird ability. Its name, Nigh ability. All right, what do you guys think snake means? You let me know in the comment section below. We're gonna move on to the Lurking Massifair. It's a 4-mana 1/1 human ninja with Undying. So careful when you kill this ninja. This ninja will be back. Vigilance and lifelink. When Lurking Massifair enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker. When Lurking Massifair dies, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. That's interesting. So we have an undying creature that when it dies, it actually leaves a body, and its own body comes back and bigger. And this is actually, and the 4 damage is actually insane. It's like Flame Tongue Kavu. You deal 4 damage to target player or planeswalker, but not creatures. It's a white burn card. And it has life. Oh my god, it has lifelink. I would hate this card. Enters the battlefield, shoot something, gain 4 life. And then also you could like sack it, comes back, shoot another thing, gain 4 life. And by shoot, I mean you have to mostly shoot your opponent, but you have the option to shoot a planeswalker once in a while. Yeah, that's a lot of burn for white. That is a sunburn. That's what we can call it here. The Sunburn Human Ninja. The Lurking Sunburn. Cool card, not gonna lie. I think this card is broken. I think this card is actually really good. I think if they printed this card, it would probably get banned in Modern and Pioneer. Probably. And probably Standard as well. I mean, let's be serious. It's like a It's a 4-mana Lightning Helix. It's a 4-mana Lightning Helix. And when it dies, it Lightning Helixes again for nothing. So it's effectively... And you get a body when it comes back into play. And you get 2 bodies. No, sorry, you get 1 body when it comes into play. Yeah, 8-point life swing. No, just once. It can't target creatures. Yeah, I know. But you can block those creatures. In fact, that's probably what you want to do. You attacked with your creature, you have fallen straight into my trap. I'll block with my Lurking Massifair. And before you know it, you're going to have no life points. Yeah, the body has lifelink. Everything has lifelink. Remember, when you shoot something with a lifelink creature, you gain the life. It's a pretty... This thing is absolutely nuts. Yeah, where was this card when Oko... I don't even know if it was enough, because Oko went straight to 6 mana. Or sorry, 6 loyalty. So this thing would have been a little outside of the range of killing an Oko. It's like Solitude, but instead of Swords to Plowshares, it's buffed Lightning Helix. Now, to be fair, it doesn't hit any of the creatures. So if you're going to win with Infect or something, this doesn't affect it whatsoever. Anyway, I think... Well, it's doable. Also votes for Deeply. Yeah, 4-mana gain. Yeah, 11-ish life. Yeah, something like that. And also, if you can remove counters, I mean, this thing can just keep looping over and over again. Nothing wrong. I don't see how this card is that good, at least in Commander. In Command, probably... Well, it's way worse in Commander. Because you have a lot more life. But it still will do a lot of damage. And if you have some means of removing counters, I'm sure there's like a pretty good infinite loop on this card as well. Especially if you play with something like... I was about to say Malira, but I think that's only -1/-1 counters. I guess if there's a card that says creatures can't get counters, then this card goes infinite with a sack outlet. No, it's good in Commander with the Undying because it goes infinite with the -1/-1 and sack. All right, we're going to take a look at more crazy AI-generated cards. But we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards, and hopefully your favorite place to shop because it supports the channel. Deal of the week this week is save 20% off old dice, but don't forget, Final Fantasy is out, and if you want some delicious Final Fantasy cards, because we all know how popular Final Fantasy is, from Final Fantasy 1 to, how far did it go, 18, 17? I've actually completely lost track. Use coupon code Nikachu to pre-order and buy your cards, and gets you 5% off all your purchases. You might need that 5% because I heard those cards are quite the pricey collectibles. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. For Magic Online, play any deck, any format you want. Commander, one-on-one Commander, Pioneer, Standard, Modern, Legacy, even Vintage Pauper. You want to try out a format you never played before? Rent the cards with Mana Traders on Magic Online. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZAX. And we go back to wild AI generated cards. I say AI. Well, it should be like air quotes. These are not like large language model AI cards. This is old-fashioned crap AI. But it's more entertaining this way. I get people are like, I make AI cards and they're way better than these. Well, because this is running on a super old pre-LLM AI machine. Okay, we got the Cheering Root Weaver. This is like some sort of Yu-Gi-Oh thing where they're self-conscious that this is a card game. If for 6 mana, it's a 2/3 with Vigilance and Reach. If you would scry an opponent, shuffle it into its owner's library. Player is a card. Don't we have that? Do we have player as a card? Card contradicts itself, has a flips, forgot to shuffle. We don't have player as a card? Okay. It doesn't exist. Looks like a political comic. Well, like some big guard shoving some person. You are doomed to the tornado of magic cards. Be gone with you. The card art matches. Cheering Root Weaver. I don't get it. Who owns my opponent exactly? Oh, I get it. Yeah, if you would scry an opponent, shuffle into its owner's library. All right, opponent. Yeah, this is a big deck. Probably a Battle of Wits deck with that many cards. Like, how many cards is that? It almost looks like the entire collection of Magic, history of Magic cards. It probably don't grammar either. If you would scry an opponent, shuffle it into its owner's library. Oh yeah, okay. This AI model is also deliberately kept weak so it makes funny cards. They already tried making it better, but then it just essentially makes boring draft. Yeah. We don't want that. We want this nonsense. This is what makes the show special. Got to keep that. We also got to keep that AI stupid. So that Wizards has a job. Destroying players, bingo space. Oh yeah, I guess, you know what? It's the closest thing that we have here. Do we have a destroying players bingo? Destroying players. It's the closest we've got. We gotta be loose with the bingo card today. It's the hard. It's level of difficulty maximum. You don't like someone, just shuffle them into your deck. This sounds like a very Yu-Gi-Oh thing too. Like, oh, I'm gonna turn you into a card and then shuffle you into my deck or put you in my collection. Why did we switch to extra hard mode bingo card when we have never completed the easy mode? Oh, we've completed the easy mode cards before. Have we ever gotten a single bingo on the hard one? I don't think so. I don't think we've got one. Free me, Yugi. Save me. Surefire Self says, my Battle of Wits deck will be unstoppable now that I have a whole opponent in my deck. Oh my goodness, you're right. You'll be forced to play while buried. They'll attack extra hard just for you. Ironically, in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, tons of people get turned into cards. Yeah, that's why I said so. Tap target opponent. All right, this card is nonsense. Moving on to the Test We Maneuver. A 5-mana 2/3 Drake. Test We Maneuver has all activated abilities of all goblins you control. Ooh, it's not a goblin itself, but has all activated abilities. And we have a red tap. You gain 1 life. It's funny, of all the activated abilities that it could obtain, this is going to easily be the worst one. We have pay. This is also what? Red life gain? How's that possible? It's even in the right color. Not really. I mean, it's in the right colors for the goblins. It's not in the right colors to gain 1 life. Doesn't fly, weirdly. It looks like they're flying. Really, they are just in front of a green screen. They took a still picture, and they also photoshopped out the strings that are carrying them in the air. None of the stuff in the background actually happened. Each night, every brawl can be other challenge. The level was stealth. Both novice square everything. Yeah, classic Rakdos life gain. That's what they're known for, right? The Rakdos, they love their life gain. That's what they like to do in their spare time, just gain life. Custom card goblins. Joshua likes this one. I mean, it's fine for a goblin deck. I don't even know how you make great use of it. What would you gain? There's so many good activated abilities. It's just that you don't need another creature in play to have them. I mean, yeah, I think someone mentioned Krenko. Krenko might be one of the few cards that you could go with this. Oh, I guess you could use Kiki Jiki's ability, because Kiki Jiki can tap copy this. Yeah, that actually combos off too. Yeah. So if there's a Kiki Jiki in play and a test we maneuver, those will actually go off. It's only as strong as the other goblins you have in play. Yeah, but depending on the goblin, you win on the spot. Both novices are square at everything. Yo, no, I had Rakdos goblins before. Changelings go ham. I just checked and I can't believe Fascinate isn't a real card name. They're saving that one. Something fascinating. Bingo, because the flavor text is Chef's Kiss. You like this one? Each night, every brawl can be other challenge. The level was stealth. Both novice square everything. Do we have a flavor text? Flavor text is on point. How? Each night, every brawl can be other challenge? Or was it for the other one? There's nothing else here. Well, apparently this is a popular flavor text. All right, we'll put the I can't do it. I don't get it. I don't even understand this flavor text. Common Krenko W. Yeah, this is another card. Another card to combo with Krenko. Magic should start a format where you can make your own cards, but there's creation rules. Yeah, it's called Play with Your Friends and make whatever custom cards you want. In fact, the people from the custom card community already do that. They had confirmed, yeah, they play with some of their custom cards. To be honest, this is the most acceptable flavor text I've seen in an AI stream. Each night, every brawl can be other challenge. The level was stealth, both novice, square. Well, okay, we have 2 people. I don't get it, but I'm getting ganged up here. So apparently the flavor text is on point. you just like it because it was funny. It looks like a lizard that is just glued on wings and is not skipping in a grass field with a goblin kid, perhaps dreaming of what it could become. It's one of those how I can train a dragon, goblin edition. Okay, it's a legal card. Votes for flying. Do we have flying on here? We have only votes for D-play. I guess flying is too easy, to be honest. Oh, actually, doesn't vote for flying. It doesn't fly. What the hell am I doing? What am I thinking? Does not actually. Why would it vote for flying? Maybe it would anyway. King of Simulacrum. Oh my goodness. Solemn Simulacrum, here's your king. 5 mana, 4/4 human pirate druid. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose an opponent. Until end of turn, you may cast a spell with a mana value 3 or less from your hand. If a player does, return those permanents they control to their owner's hand. Okay, I choose you, and until end of turn, you may cast a spell with mana value 3 or less. But hold on, but what does that mean? If a player does, it said if I played a spell, and then if a player does, return those permanent. Oh, it didn't even specify the permanents. It didn't do anything. Oh, we have a 3 creature type bingo. We got that. That's all we got. Yeah, 3 creature type bingo. I want this art on a better card. It's got that The eye of the king. Awesome art, but bad card. Is that a bingo spot? Amazing art. Okay, we'll put that. There we go. The card didn't even make sense. It kind of makes sense, but needs more clarity. No, it didn't make sense. Like, we could fill in the gaps. We know how to fix this to make it work. But it didn't get there. It didn't get there. You give this card to Rosewater, it's gonna look at you and said you're fired. Get out of here. What do you make this with AI? We're gonna get barbecued on social media for this. Dude, you argued about with Chad about the flavor text bingo alert. Yeah, like the flavor text didn't make any sense to me. Absolutely, it made zero. That flavor text made 0 sense to me. Like 97% of the flavor text on this show. Anyway, the king. Well, the king's not gonna live long. That was a bad king. Thanks so much, AC. This is worth 1 million cards. We'll look at the end of the show. Thanks so much, AC, for your super chat. I appreciate it, and everyone else at the end of the show is going to appreciate it. Okay, Noggle the Entrancer. This is a 5 mana 4/4 human wizard. Tap, you become the monarch. Each creature with power 5 or greater enters the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. Weird. Huh. It's very original. So you don't even need to attack someone. You're just like, I am the king now because I said so. I didn't even have to attack the king. I basically 3D printed my own crown, and then I gold plated the damn thing. And you know what? Everyone believes it, so why do I need to prove it? It's actually a cool card, but humans sure look weird these days. Oh yeah, it's a human wizard that looks like a pig. This is the evolution. You know, you are what you eat. Eat enough that pork, you start become porky. This Zyber is so hard, actually, besides the fact that it's not a human, unless this is Inosuke, maybe. You just have to spread some magic and it'll turn back into a human. Maybe you want to kiss him. Just kiss it. Pigs are close enough. Pigs are smart, by the way. When you start slaughtering pigs, they know they're next. They start panicking in fear. Their bacon gonna turn... Well, their bacon doesn't turn sour, but it should. He's like Ganondorf. Oh, yeah! Yeah, you could say he's Ganondorf. It's Ganondorf in disguise. That's why he's a human wizard. Actually, makes a lot of sense. Oh, there's a bingo. Oh, there is a bingo. Yeah, Nikachu argues with chat. All right. All right. I argued with chat about the thing. We went back and forth. It polymorphed itself. For anyone that doesn't know polymorph, you exile a creature. No, it's destroy a creature in play? I can't remember if it's destroy, exile, and then you reveal cards from the top of your library until you find another creature and put that onto the battlefield. From what I've heard, pigs are as intelligent as a 3-year-old kid. I think they're a little smarter than that. Maybe. You know what? I shouldn't assume 3-year-old kids are so stupid these days. They're pretty good. They know their way around an iPad. And Ganondorf was a king too. Look at that. It's a huge flavor win. Okay, Noggle actually Zybers super hard. It's great. Okay, you're do we have a Zyber? No. We do not. Okay, we have Chaos. Hillwood Grid. This is a 6 mana 4/4 demon with flying and vigilance. Phase down creatures you control have haste. Okay. Finally, face down creature buff. At the beginning of your end step, count the number of cards in your hand. That does nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's a look at it card. Do we have look at it on the bingo chart? Do we have look at it? I don't see a look. I don't think we have a look at it. Yeah, you count it. I do the last ability anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cards. Someone using this card. And only at the end step. And if you count wrong, you lose the game. Yeah, Bro better count his cards. Did you count your cards? Everyone needs to know your count. We need We need cards to remind us how many cards are in our hands. Yes, Magic has gotten to that point. We need cards to just set us reminders. Yeah, anti-cheat tech. How many cards in your hand? How many cards are left in your deck? How many lands do you have in play? Now this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card, really? Does Yu-Gi-Oh have cards that force you to count? Judge, cheated, didn't count his cards. Yeah, imagine cheating, having extra cards in your hand with a Chaos Hewid on the battlefield. That'd be just next level. You're cheating with a card that's actually trying to help prevent cheating. Houston says, it wants to make sure you have less than 8 cards because of the discard phase. You're probably right. Barbara, thank you so much for your super chat. One more card. We'll definitely look at one more card at the end of the show. Assuming we still have cards. Excuse me while I count my whole deck in my hand. Oh my god. Yeah, imagine you have, what's the card? It's a card that, like, you draw your entire deck. And then you don't have to lose for drawing from an empty deck. We need more cards that do basic stuff like this. I don't know if I do. I don't even know if I want cards like that because this game, they're filling the text box so densely. I would hate this outrageously powerful card. Plus, they told me to keep in mind how many cards are in my sideboard at the same time. Oh, is it Enter the Infinite? Yeah, something like that. Okay, the card is legal. Like, it's not illegal or anything. You can now morph creatures the same turn they're placed face down. Really? Does morph have summoning sickness? I didn't know that. I thought you could turn it face up anytime for as long as you pay the morph cost. But generally speaking, if you play a morph creature for 3 mana, you don't have the mana to flip it up. I think it's just a special ability. It doesn't require tapping. Canning is stupid, but face down creatures you control have haste is an interesting effect. I have no idea what you would use with that, though. All right, Chaos, he would gig, whatever. People love you. You're gonna be a fan favorite. Avon's Tages. This is an Aura land. It's got flash. It loses haste after you flip it. Oh, I see. Okay, before we move on. So the idea is Chaos Hewid Gig. You play it face down, you attack, then you morph it, and then you get the abilities. Unless there was an attack ability, then you wouldn't get that one. You'd get everything else. Avon's Tages. It's got flash. Tap. You may pay 3. If you do, each opponent loses 3 life. Not bad. Whenever a player attacks with the first turn... Huh? Assemble the graveyard.
No, God, please, no.
Assemble the graveyard. Definitely votes for deeply. What does that even mean? Does it like turn into a Tron or something? Flash does nothing here. You can maybe play it on someone else's turn. Oh yeah, it says you may cast the spell anytime you could cast an instant. Yeah, it can't. Graveyard assemble. Basically, you can like. I mean, what is it? Animate Graveyard was a card from the unsets where you basically take the total power and toughness and all abilities from your graveyard, and it's just a super creature for as long as Animate Graveyard was on the battlefield. Yeah, the fleshes have been Power Rangered. Bingo, land, no tap for mana. Oh, do we have that here? We've got land doesn't tap for mana. We do got that. It's strange. You would think we'd get way more of those cards. At least it doesn't care about the graveyard order. Thank God. Graveyard order sucks. Rules that shouldn't be rules, technically. I was just trying to think. Imagine trying to rules lawyer somebody in a format where it doesn't matter about graveyard order. Or imagine psyching someone out very early on in the games, like, hey, you got to keep your graveyard order clean. You know, my deck might be relevant for it. 1 land per turn is for your own turns only, right? That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know if you can even play lands on other people's turns ever. Ever. Okay, lets you assemble a model graveyard with fences and gravestones for your cards. Could you play this on your opponent's turn if you have played a land on your turn? No. It even specifies you may cast this spell. It's not a spell. You're a land. You're a land. Actually, it's a land aura. Actually, oh, maybe you can. I didn't see the aura type. So it's an aura? But then would you aura it on if you're casting it as an aura for 0 mana? No, but it has no casting cost. I don't even know what you have to do to get this thing. You have to play like As Foretold for 3 mana, and then you can play a 0 mana. No, yeah, you can play a 0 mana card. It seems that land are prohibited from being played during the opponent's turn. Yeah, well, I mean land, but an aura might be able to be played. Anyway, this card is just absolute nonsense. Oh, and it's got a neat flavor text. It cooled any mouse undislaned dis-it tro flash. Goodbye. The Forgotten Gargoyle is an 8-mana 8/8 golem with trample, and it's got Megamorph. It'll go great for that morph card that gave it haste. When Forgotten Gargoyle enters the battlefield, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Forgotten Gargoyle. Forever? Prevent. Huh? So it's like you come into existence. Oh, but then you can't Megamorph it. So you actually have to cast this for full retail if you want that ability. Yeah, it doesn't have any. It's no timing restriction. It's just like enters the battlefield, prevent all damage. That's it. It just gets that ability. No end of turn at danger. It's an 8-mana card. It's not that crazy. And then for 2 mana, regenerate target land. Maybe we want to regenerate our Avon's Tages. This is doable, I think. It's not illegal at all. Finally, the counter to Strip Mine. You're not going to hit me with your Strip Mine, your Wasteland, your Field of Ruin, and so on. Regenerate Arbor, Dryad Arbor. Weaker Indestructible. Technically, yeah. We still get blown up by Wrath of God, Supreme Verdict, and so on. Tom Square's like, honestly, seems fine. Darksteel Colossus is better. And you know what? Well, hey, we can play this card for 3 mana. But if we morph it, because it's a morph card, we can Megamorph. If we Megamorph it for 7, we don't get this ETB ability. Because it only when it enters the battlefield. So it's balanced in that way. All right, next up. The Wizard's Drake. It's a 6-mana 3/3 Drake Wizard. Anyone can play this. Menace. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white zombie creature token and a 2/2 green wolf creature token and a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. The Ravages of Instinct is a double my own. I really have nothing to say except this is like a doable card. Sheevlord, where have you been all day? I was asking all stream, where was Sheevlord? You're so late. You really want this card? It's literally 6 mana, you get a bunch of creatures. I mean, like, okay, so if you play this in a colorless deck, with a lot of colorless artifact mana ramp, I guess this is good. So, okay, what do we get at the end of this? Enters, you get a 1/1, a 2/2, another 1/1, and a 3/3. That is a total of 7 power for 6 mana. Super diversified. And also they have abilities, right? The spirit has flying. So they're not all, it's not nothing. And also if you blink, you got blink synergy with this card. It be swarming. It's not bad for what it does. It's 4 bodies. Yeah, it's 4 bodies. Oh, it's super great and limited. Don't get me wrong. Blink white weenies love this. White Weenie would never play this. It's just so expensive for White Weenie. It'd be cool if more cards that created tokens made different kinds of tokens like this. I think the only opportunity is when there was that party mechanic where it was like, what, wizard, cleric, human, something else. Like, because normally, you know, I think Magic the Gathering is a game where birds of a feather flock together. So you don't really get this gigantic variety where you'd have all these weird allies working with each other. I mean, maybe if they bring the ally mechanic back, it could be like a 1/1 zombie ally, a wolf ally, a spirit ally. That might happen. You're a wizard, Drake. I always found Drake is weird because it seems like a dragon to me. It's like a baby. It's like a baby dragon. Okay, cool card. People love it. They love it. Zybers for them. The Locust of Protection countering. This sounds like some sort of weird circle of protection. 3 mana enchantment. It's got Foretell of 2. And it's got counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. How the hell does it work? I mean, counter. It's an enchantment. No, it's a good counsel. Like as far as, okay, if this is a static ability, you could just be constantly targeting the thing when you have priority. Cast a spell, counter unless you pay 1 for each card in your hand. Okay, you pay for it, I'll make you do it again. Keep doing it over and over and over again. I don't think this is a one-time thing. Yeah, enchantment, so it persists and just auto-counters. Exactly. It is basically Arreo on steroids. Yeah, auto-countering is strong. You can only activate it as a sorcery, so it can only target itself? Huh? Well, no, it's just an enchantment. It says hand, not graveyard. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your hand, sorry. Just make this a triggered ability. Yeah, it would have to be a triggered ability. Then it would be then it would make some sense. Then it would be, oh, it's you know what? It's like counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in the hand. It would be like a superistic study. It'd be worse. This would be heinous to exist in the game, even if it was a triggered ability. I hallucinated. I thought it said instant. Oh no. You have to read every part of these AI generated cards. You might miss some big stuff. Does this count for the making up rules bingo space? Not really. This is just an enchantment. Counter target spell unless yeah, sure. No. Making up rules is when it gives you a rule and it gives the wrong reminder text. It has to give the wrong reminder text. What does Foretell do? I don't remember, to be honest. It's like you turn this thing face down and you can flip it up in the future for its Foretell cost. I don't remember what you turn it face down for. Maybe 3 mana? Send it to the pesticide vat. Send it to the cloud poo. To the cloud poo. You don't make enough sense. Okay, we got Scarwood Skulkin. It's a 4 mana 7 loyalty Eller Cleric. Scarwood Skulkin can't attack unless defending player controls an island. I have some news for you. You're not going to attack at all unless your name is Gideon. Usually planeswalkers don't attack. +1, each opponent sacks a creature. -5, target opponent loses half their life. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Each opponent sacks a creature? So it's like a Liliana. Target opponent loses half their life. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. We already have. Don't we have already player as a card? We already used the player as a card thing. Oh, and we had a bunch of flip cards today. I think that counts. We've had tons of flip cards today. Unspecified many things. Opponents always enter tapped. Doesn't mean you put half your life on the field. Target opponent loses half their life. Put them. No. Doesn't put the life on the field. Just puts the opponent. I guess you push an opponent over to tap them. I am tapped. I must turn myself, or if you're playing by MTG Arena rules, yeah, it's like they just tilt you a little bit. They don't go the full way, full 90 full 90 degrees. Put what onto the battlefield tab? You gotta put them. The opponent. The opponent is a card now. We've never heard of this before. What a stupid card. Okay, we got super chats. We're gonna start off with Nola. Toilet Duck brought you this message. Thank you very much, Toilet Duck. And with that, we're gonna take a look at the Candle Keeper. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with a gigantic creature type. It's an elf, artificer, soldier with death touch. Death touch is a creature type. Whenever Candle Keeper is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. Not bad. Really, honestly, it's super doable. Richard asks, can you destroy the opponent when they're on the battlefield? Absolutely, you can. It's a mini Phyrexian Avenger. I'm actually not familiar with Phyrexian Avenger. So it's dealt damage, deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. Basically, it's going to get revenge. I don't know what this ability has anything to do with an elf, artificer, soldier with death touch, because it doesn't even have death touch. At the very least, you could kill something immediately. What the hell is a creature type? Star of Extinction, let's go. Is it broken? Does not actually have death touch. Just advertises it. It's got the same energy as the Beware of Dog sticker on somebody's house, but they don't actually have a dog. Or the same thing like this home is protected by so and so security alarm system. But it's just the sticker, you know? Why pay $20 a month for security when you could just pay like $3 for the sticker? Or get a bunch of stickers and post it all over your house. And also put fake cameras up. Cameras that don't actually have a camera in it. I swear it probably works. Shapeshifters are withs now. Yeah, they're withs. Withs is a creature type. Maybe the AI think that creatures with death touch creature type automatically have death touch or something. No, I don't think so. It just had an aneurysm, all right? Look, the AI, they choke up a little bit every once in a while. Give it the Guilty Conscience or an Indestructible. Ping it, and you win. It's a combo card. Death Touch is scarier than death. Yeah, there we go. The concept of Death Touch is scarier than Death Touch itself. Okay. Very legal card. Okay, Chris wants 2. Finished an important, so they give me 2 more to relax. You got it, Chris. The first one is Bear Lives. I guess so. What is this world? Is there a lot of radiation? I can see your skeleton bear lives. It's a 1-mana artifact, and it's got a lot of words on it. This equipment can't be blocked by artifact creatures. Equipped creatures get +1/+1 and have vigilance and lifelink. If a creature you control enters, if it's a graveyard. Except it is greater than the power of the creature sources. You gain 1 life for each permanent in your graveyard. Excellent. Anyway, this equipment can't be blocked by artifact creature. Oh, okay. You know what? That is a legal piece of text. And I'll tell you why. Because you can animate the artifact. I was like, this equipment can't be blocked. Well, equipment don't attack. People attack with equipment. But there is a world where you animate the bear lives from inanimate to animate, and then you animate and you attack. Yeah, the bear is diblicking around. But it's not an equipment. Oh yeah, that's true, actually. Negative. Negative, you are not an equipment. Talk about giving up halfway. Talk about giving up immediately. Yeah, you're right. This equipment can't be blocked by artifact creatures. Is there anything that turns cards into equipment? Probably not. Finding the graveyard is now on the board. Graveyard seems to be a sentient being today. Like the graveyard can be assembled. Yeah, if a creature you control enters, assemble the graveyard. The graveyard has been assembled. The cloud poo is falling hard today, And for that, we must assemble the graveyard. All right, bear lives. No, maybe bear dies. Okay, next up, we got Humoring Spells. The 3-mana Vampire Artificer, 3/6. When it attacks, you can pay 8 energy, add 1 colorless mana. That's terrible. Pay 1 tap. You may exile target creature card from your graveyard. If you don't, put a +1/+1 counter on Humoring Spells. Okay, the best part of this card is it's a 3-mana 3/6. Like, those stats are not bad. It's like a really good blocker super early on in the game. This whole energy thing sucks. The most annoying part of this card is that every single time you attack, I believe this thing is going to trigger, and you're going to constantly have to say no to it. The fleshes have been reached. You may exile target. The fleshes have been reached! Where do we have here? Oh, it's not a bingo? Donate card, unspecified that, all for nothing. Oh, I thought it was a bingo spot. But the fleshes have been reached anyway. The second ability might be nice on end step if you held it up as a blocker. Yeah, you can. I mean, I think it's actually better on blocking duty than as an attacker. I mean, it doesn't attack for much, but holy crap, it can absorb a ton of stuff. We need to unspecify that. You may exile target creature card from your graveyard if you don't put a +1/+1 counter on Humoring. Humorous spell. Oh yeah. Humoring spells. It's very humoring. 3-mana 3/6 that gets bigger. It can become a 4/7. It's going to get out of control before you know it. The ability to add the +1/+1 could be useful. You just don't exile. You get the counter anyway. Oh, really? Did they word it like that? You can exile target creature. You may exile a creature from your graveyard. If you don't... Oh, and actually it says you have to not. Make a target creature from your graveyard. Why would you ever want to exile your creatures from your graveyard? Oh, I guess just in case someone's trying to reanimate your creature. You'd be like, not so fast. I will activate my humoring spells because your ability to reanimate my creature humored me, and I'll exile my own creature. Very, very funny. Okay, doable card. It's a little stupid, but doable. By the way, did the Pirate King have an unspecified those? I don't remember. Okay, next up we have AC. Thank you so much, AC Giant Super Chat. And with that Super Chat, we will, we're going to check out 5 cards, starting with The Wind Was Try. Well, at least it tried. It's a 5-mana instant. Create a 1/1 blue game enchantment creature token with trample and haste. It's a game. It can attack and tap as soon as they come this turn. Huh? They can attack and tap as soon as they come this turn. What? What did it say? It can attack and tap as soon as they come this turn. You heard it. I didn't say it. They did. And it has fund and sacrifice the rest. The hell does that mean? It's poorly describing haste, but it's sort of describing it. No, it's not making up the rules. It did describe haste. It is super grammatically garbage, though. It definitely did not grammar. Oh man, we're close to a lot of bingos here. I imagine you'd want to leave with haste after that. Yeah, you'd want to leave with haste. My apologies, I seem to have messed up my pants. And so they came, yeah. Remember what haste creatures mean. They can attack and tap as soon as they come this turn. A new definition for haste creatures. Haste 19th translation. Yeah. Retranslated over and over and over again. Yeah, fund my deck, please. Fund and sacrifice the rest. Wait, that funded. What am I even? The rest of what? Oh yeah, this. Oh, fund and sacrifice the rest. Oh, is that what you meant by unspecified? Oh, I didn't say that though. It has to be in quotes. Yeah, phrasing AI. Phrasing. Don't you realize what you're saying? I think AI is not that stupid these days. Okay, next up. We've got Creature, Heir of Realms, a 6-mana 5/5 Goblin Warrior. Oh god. This is just a billion words. Flying Trample. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sack an island. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a stun counter on this creature. 2 mana, remove a +1/+1 counter, exile this creature, and you get 2 energy. Oh, it says 2 stun count. Okay, that's making up the rules. Okay, that was making up the rules. We've got another making up the rules. That's not stun counters, you're getting the energy. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature this turn doesn't untap during their controller's next untap step, conjure a duplicate of that card into its owner's graveyard. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Moving on! Sil Sindor, the Elk. This is a 2 mana 3/3. It's got Bestow of 6 mana. I don't know what it's going to do when it bestows the creature. At the beginning of your end step, choose one. Tax all tapped creatures that are 1 or more colors. What is this, post-playing tax? Is it like a cumulative upkeep or something? Is it like Tabernacle of Pendril Vale? All right, you exist already, but now you're going to pay 1 extra mana every turn because you exist. And now we're collecting... Yeah, do you pay the 1? We're collecting taxes now. Tax them! Get them good! Tax all tap creatures. Trump on magic. Well, then it would say tariff. I think it would say tariff. Tariff the creatures. You cannot cross. You cannot. That's like what's it called? Propaganda is what I was thinking of, or ghostly prison. Absurd bestow cost. Oh wait, not only is it absurd, it does nothing. Or I guess it gets this ability at the beginning of your end. Like, isn't bestow supposed to give things like reach and first strike and those other abilities? Croker Games is like no, but it's like, how don't work bestow? No bestow ability. I know. This in stacks gets taxed. It's not even clear how we're even taxing anything. Man, there's so many cards that don't make sense. Okay, moving on. We got an egg creature, which is funny because it looks like a bird. It's a bird disguised in an egg. The Travisin Ghoul, 6/6, flying. Do we have one of those things? Forgot. If this, then that. No, we don't have that on this bingo card. As long as Travisin Ghoul is a vehicle, it has flying. It looks like it's flying pretty well just by itself. In fact, it's got double. How many times does it want flying? It already has flying twice. This thing can't fly enough. So if we make it lose flying twice, if it becomes a vehicle, then it has flying anyway. The Ground Pake, just an offering for 2. Capuchin Guard. Well spoken, Capuchin. Vote fraud. Votes flying 3 times. Vote so hard, counted the vote 3 times. I need reach. And then you need an additional ability that will get reach again. All the flying. Although, to be honest, I think 1 reach is good enough here. President Flying's Vice President. Either that or this is Air Force One. Bingo alert. All for nothing. Absurd mana cost. This is not absurd. These mana costs are not absurd. For the bestow ability that doesn't do anything on the previous card. The ability is 2 mana. Not strong enough. Guys, do you think it has flying? That's a good question. It is legal though. AI was never worried to lose it. Egg Devance. Okay, we got Creepy Squirrel. It is creepy. It's a very dark image. It's a 4 mana 3/3 creature. Whenever you gain, draw a card, then draw a card. When I gain anything, that sounds like really good value. So whenever I gain, if I gain life, is there anything else we can gain in this game other than life? Time to go to the gym. Got to work on those gains. Gain what? I think the only thing you can gain, I think just life? What else can you gain in this game? You gain life, you gain... Oh, you can gain an ability, I think? Maybe you can gain some counter. You gain poison counters. Does drawing? No, definitely drawing is just drawing. It never says you gain cards. Okay, so you can gain counters, you can gain energy, you can gain control of things. This is a very fascinating card all of a sudden. It's multifaceted. We can gain a lot. We can gain emblems. We can gain we can gain ability. Yeah, we can gain abilities. You can oh my No, can you gain mana? Do the cards say that we can gain mana? Well, time to hit the gym so I can draw too. Yeah, I think we can gain mana. Oh my god, we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing this show for quite a while. Thank you very much, SN Balmung. With that, we'll look at another 5 cards, if the show allows it. There's a point where we like loop back to the original like cards from last week. No, you don't gain mana. We add mana. Okay, so we can't gain mana. Most of the time it says add, but some cards say gain. Gain. Okay, so maybe under some circumstance. I've never heard of a card that does that though. You mean experience counters Crowcore games? Gain experience? Everyone's like, this is like a gym meme. Gain self-confidence. Well, that's not a mechanic. All right, I actually think this card works, and because it works, I think it actually could end up being broken. So basically, whenever you gain anything, you draw 2 cards. That's absolutely that is cloud poo crazy. Can't you gain the game? No, can't gain anything. Gain control of target opponent's next turn and also draw 2 cards out of it. This card's hype. Oh, this card is absolutely insane. It's probably too strong, to be honest. It's better than it looks. Okay, next up, we got Barbara. Thank you very much for your super chat. We're gonna take a look at another card. Goodbye, creepy squirrel. You're very interesting. The Bring of Strength. It is a white enchantment. Blooding Snakes. Whenever an opponent exiles a card, you may reveal a card that has an adventure from the top of the Horde's library. Put those cards on top of your library. If that card was a land card, the player may choose new targets for the copy. I'm sorry, Barbara. That's what you got. You know, it's a random chance thing. Sometimes you get cool cards. Sometimes you get cards that just make no sense from beginning to end. An adventure from the top of the Horde's library. Yeah, we're going on an adventure in the AI generated world. All right, Chris. Chris wants one more. And that one more will be the Water Kale Kristen. It's also a black enchantment, hopefully a little bit more playable than the last one. Whenever a creature with flying attacks you or a planeswalker an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. This is insane. This is whenever a creature with flying attacks you or a planeswalker. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not so insane. It's only an opponent controls. You may draw a card. This is weird. So it's still it's like, okay, it's not nearly as good. So it doesn't affect you. Like people can freely attack you and you get nothing. So maybe it's not good. Okay, I actually changed my mind. I actually think this card's bad.
No, God, please,
because what's
no.
going to end up happening is the players are just going to be incentivized to attack you instead. It's like, well, I don't want to attack player A because you're going to draw cards. Why don't I just attack you? Definitely votes for deeply. I don't even think this is a good sideboard card. Remember, whenever a creature with flying attacks you... oh no, it does say attack you or a planes. Okay, sorry, it includes you. I'm an idiot. So when yeah, it is a good sideboard card. Yeah, you or a planeswalker, an opponent. It's just worded weirdly. Okay, so if it attacks you or planeswalker someone else controls, we draw a card. So it can attack our opponents, and it can also attack our planeswalkers, and we get nothing. It's just a really weird way of wording it. Yeah, correct. Everyone in that comment section helping me here. Thank you so much, Coffee Crew. Where would I be without all of you? Yeah, don't worry, Nikachu. This card is written weird. And after reading all these other, you know, I in some cases, I assume the worst when I read these cards. I just assume they don't make sense. I can never assume that they're actually going to make sense like they should be written. But you get something if you attack a Planeswalker. That's true. If I attack their Planeswalkers, I draw. It's weird that way so you can draw off their attacking their Planeswalkers. Thank God. No, okay, so it's not supremely broken because what's it called? It's only the flying creatures. Like any other creatures, it's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of flyers out there. A lot of flyers. All right, next up, we've got compliments of Chris. Chris wants another one. Chris says another one. 3 mana, Amph by Deep. It's a walking island. Don't make fun of islands. They can get up and get you. It's a kindred enchantment. All lands become 2/3 legendary green creatures. No!
Oh, God, please, no!
We're going to lose all our lands. Or maybe not. No, maybe we're going to lose all our basic lands. All lands become 2/3. Okay, I was thinking yeah, it's bye basics. So we're going to lose all the basics. Mass land to some capacity. I mean, if you're a budget deck or something. What do we have here? This is the closest we're going to have to mass land destruction. Oh my God, we're doing so good. But we have no bingo yet. They aren't still lands. It's true, actually. All lands become 2/3 legendary green creatures. They are... Oh, yeah, it is mass land... You're right, actually. Okay, so that actually is complete mass land destruction. Because they aren't lands anymore. So we just have a bunch of 2/3 legendary green creatures in play. You lose the basics, though. You're crazy! You're crazy, Cliffius. Cliffius. There may not be any fresh cards by the time we get to you. You need that card that lets you have multiple of the same legendary. Leyline of Singularity? No, that's the opposite. I don't know what that card is. It's more of like a commander card. It's not just basics, yeah. It's broken with Mirror Box. This is broken. You lose nothing. They lose everything. Oh, Mirror Box is the card. Yeah, I don't know those cards. Very fascinating. But the funny thing is, everyone gets creatures. I wonder how that would work out. And also, nobody wants to attack with anything because it's a 2/3. Because if you attack with 1 2/3, then the opponent can block with 2 2/3s, and the 2 creatures will. If the double block always beats the single attacking creature, so attacking is worthless in this dynamic. So anyway, I think it's a fascinating card. It'd be banned immediately in all formats because of how frustrating and annoying it is, but it's interesting. Cliffius says, no worries if you run out of cards, just want to support your entertaining show. Thank you so much, Cliffius. I super appreciate it. Captain Rumia, funding you. Don't ask why. I have a ritual dagger. Thank you very much for your super chat. We'll take a look at another card. The Spirit of Destruction. This is a 2-mana 2/2 goblin flying. Whenever Spirit of the Destruction attacks alone, for as long as Spirit of the Destruction remains tapped, look at that player's hand. Fascinating. The art matches the description. So if we attack, we can take a look at our opponent's hand. And only we look at it? Yeah, we only look at it. It's legal enough to be banned. He do be looking. This is definitely a look at it card. But not, well, actually it's better. It's like a peek, I suppose, for as long as it's tapped. It's quite interesting. So I attack. I attack somebody. I get to look at their hand, and then when I pass the turn, I still look at their hand because Spirit of the Destruction is still tapped. Basically, I'd be like, oh yeah, I attack you. I get up from the table. move my chair around to them, and then just look at their hand for the entire rotation? I think it's pretty specific. You got to attack somebody, and you're attacking alone. So I assume that the player that you're attacking is the person you're going to be looking at their hand. So when does that end exactly? I look at the hand. Well, when you go to your untap step. So next turn, when you untap, you no longer get to look at the hand anymore. If he is the spirit of destruction, why is he a goblin? Hey. All spirits were once some other creature type. The origin story is somewhere else. And I think this is a very deathly looking goblin. Goblin's not in good shape. Probably because it died already. Also, oh, sorry. No, this is actually a goblin. Probably on its way out. It's good. Okay, that's a good question. It's actually alive, not actually a spirit. Not actual spirit. Anyway, very legal. Very legal and doable. Next up, let's take a look at... Oh, we got this gigantic super chat. Okay, this is worth 5 at the very least. Legion Landscape. This is a 3-mana instant. Choose one. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And it's got Dragog of the Drawn. Sounds more epic than it actually is. Draw cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player draws this way. What? What the hell? Draw cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player draws this way. Return target creature card from your graveyard to that. That I understand. That's not a that. That's a this. Draw infinite, basically. 0 cards, nice. Draw cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player draws this way. Okay, I guess we're just getting nothing. Draw 0. Then if you have a card that gives you bonus draws, you draw more. Then it goes infinite. 0 or infinite. What's the limits to this thing? 0 to infinity? Should have said drawn this turn. It's either 0 or infinite. How do people come to that conclusion? Draw cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player draws this way. I don't get this card. Literally a pair. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this as like a paradox. Yeah, it's X equals X. Any number you say fits it. Oh, then it's broken. Makes no sense unless you have something that gives you when you draw cards, you draw one more. Maybe. Okay, we're going to move on to our second card. Warden of the Coup Horror. It's a 3-mana 5/6 halfling rogue. That rogue had a little too much to drink. It's been at that halfling bar for too long. Flying. When flying? Does this guy look like he can fly? I don't think so. When Warden Coup Horror dies, reveal cards from the top of your library in any order. What? So just pull them from anywhere. Search your library and or graveyard and or battle cans, all lands, Kurit, Breentol, Grun. Wow. I mean, reading this card is probably the exact same how this guy's night went. And at the end, just knocked out unconscious, has no idea where they are. So drunk, even in his mind, he can fly, and so he can. I swear I can fly. I'll show all of you. Yeah, it says drunk as the art. No, that's just Welsh. Oh, it gave up hard. Gave up almost at the beginning. Flying with that... I know. Flying with that picture is very comical. Yeah, 3 mana 5/6 is pretty good. It's not bad. The booze got into the text box. This is peak AI gave up. Do we have an AI give up halfway? We don't actually. Yeah, anyway. The card is just nonsense. Is there something right about this card? I guess not. He flew downwards. He looks like he flew out of the bar. He's first. Yeah, he flew all right. Doesn't die to Doomblade. That's a bonus. I like this card if it was just flying. Yeah, I know that would be. That'd be so much better. This is a stupid flying halfling rogue. So silly. Okay, on to the third card. Well, here's our one-carder. Boiling Flage Apparitor. It's a 2-mana 0/0, and it's a hatter. It literally dies instantly. Instant death. It's a hatter. You know what else it is? I think it's a one-worder. One word of text. Unbelievable. Yeah, we do have a one word of text, Talthar. We got it. He do got a hat, though. It's true. Maybe there's even more than one underneath. Also, it's a very fancy hat. It features a bunch of leaves. It's an oof mutant? But why does it die instantly? It wishes it was Kitchen Finks. It's not a creature with power and toughness. Well, it does have power and toughness. It is a 0/0. So what that means is when it enters the battlefield, it's instantly dead. So basically, we can, you know, F's in the chat for our Boiling Flage Apparitor. Perhaps the Hatter does something when a creature dies. Who knows? Maybe. Dies to mercury poisoning on ETB. Anyway, it is technically a legal card. It's doable. We don't have to send it to the rank. I don't know why anyone would play it. You need like some oof kindred. Oh no, it's an instant. It's an instant. All right, take it all back. It's not even a creature. Yeah, it's not even a creature. It's an instant. Yeah, I missed that. It's an instant speed creature. It doesn't even do anything. Is there something like power and toughness on a instant? Nope. We don't have anything like that. Do we have a single bingo here? We need an absurd mana cost, garbage ultimate, unspecified that. Does this count as instant or sorcery on the battlefield? Nope. Because it'll never reach the battlefield. Frankly, it does nothing. Alright, Wake Stake Walker. Walking elephant with a walking stick. 4 mana 3/3 elephant soldier, defender, pay 2, tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control 3 times. You may choose new targets for the copy. What is going on here? What do we want to copy with this? This definitely is going to be played in somebody's deck. I think there's a few commanders that are like 5 mana and also copy spells for way more mana. You guys think this is danger? I mean, it's got summoning sickness for crying out loud. Yeah, it doesn't even have haste. Unless you get the, what's it called? The 1 green card. The enchantment. All creatures have haste. You want to copy stock up and get like 1 billion stock ups? Funny if you copy a spell with Storm. Copy... Maybe? Yeah, I guess it works. It does work. Copy the oof with the header? Yeah, we can have 4 oofs die. Oh no, it doesn't do anything. Broken with spells like Lava Spire that burn all players. We had an unspecified like 10 cards ago with Bring the Strength, but you never read my message about it. All right. Okay, we'll say that was a bingo. I'm just gonna have to trust you all. I'm putting the trust in the coffee crew. In Coffee Crew, we trust. You don't cast the copies, though, so I don't think Storm works. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control 3 times. You may choose new targets for the copy. Oh, yeah, it's actually saying here we're not casting the copies. So you're actually right. So we can copy Storm spells, but it's worthless. Yeah, it would be completely worthless. The wording is weird. It means you copy something that is controlled 3 times, not copying Copy something that is controlled 3 times. Copy. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control 3 times. I think it just says you're going to copy one thing 3 times. But you can copy spells that copy. You absolutely can. Okay. Well, you guys think this is broken? I think this is cool. I like it. Next, we've got what is this? Contoveret's Glory. It is a red enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast Treef Mountain from your library. Whoa! What the hell? This is very 1996 world champion energy. If you would gain life, Controvert's Glory deals 1 damage to you. What does this do? So basically, it's somewhat balanced. It's a red future sight, but I can't play the cards off the top of my deck. What does Treef Mountain do? Where's Treef Mountain? You may cast Treef. Oh, hold on. So yeah, that's a good question. Okay, I thought that they were just referencing itself, but actually, Treef Mountain is a completely different card. Do we get to see a Treef Mountain here? We don't. Donate target for the life gain deck players. That's a great idea. That's a fire idea. And that's also a super chat. Donate target. Very, very good. Huh. Yeah, pay a red. Look at the top card. But then they have the ability to look at the top card. But then I guess it doesn't matter because the life gain matters more. So this potentially is supremely broken if we can, if we only knew what Treef Mountain was. Did we just inadvertently hit another bingo? No, we got close. We're very close. We need a forgot to shuffle thing. Treef Mountain gonna combo be like, yeah, it might be. I would say this is neat. If Treef Mountain is broken, we have to reevaluate and say that this is this is broken. Is a channeling Treef Mountain? I don't know. Well, this is also kind of forgetting to shuffle. Look at the top card. No, we're not searching our library. It never says. It never actually says once to search our library. Okay, next we've got super chats coming from Cliff. Yes, 3 more cards. You got it, bud. And your first one is a Planeswalker. The Invasion of Koldan. I like that. We're using... They're mixing battles and Planeswalkers together. 4 mana for 5 loyalty. It's Narset. It says +1, flip a coin. If you win the flip, proliferates. That's terrible. And then -2. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card and or permanent card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, what's interesting is if you proliferate, this actually is more like a +2 than a +1. So it's like a +1.5, basically. No, it's not. It proliferates itself, but like meh. If you win the flip, proliferate. Yeah, so it's a +1.5. It's just say permanent, bruh. Yeah, you may reveal a creature card and or permanent. So it was completely redundant to reveal the creature. Doesn't have an ultimate guy. Well, this is basically an ultimate, the -2. -2 is draw up to 2 cards from, more or less. With Edgar from Final Fantasy set, you always win flips. Supposedly. It is basically one of those utility planeswalkers without an ultimate. That is correct. The second ability is really good. I know, you cash in. So it's actually just a really strong planeswalker. It says 2, so you can reveal a creature and an artifact. How does that look at the top 6 cards? You may reveal a creature and or permanent card from among them. Then put it into your hand. Oh, I see. So actually, it's not redundant. Yeah, you get 2 cards. So it could be a creature plus permanent. But if you don't reveal a creature, then you don't get the 2 cards. One of the cards revealed has to be a creature. That's the dealie around here. if I understand this correctly. You like it, huh? All right. Well, I don't know if it's fair. I mean, it's a super Narset. It's a very good card advantage, not in blue. And no, Enop, Moy, that's fish, whatever. F it. It's a blue-white axe sorcery. Choose one or more. Target player reveals the top card of their library. You gain 2 life and destroy target creature or planeswalker. Very pointless X over here. Choose one. So what are we getting for 2 mana? Target player reveals the top card of their library. That's useless. Gain 2 life. That's useless. It's basically it's a Doomblade with gain like with life gain. Yeah, recolored Doomblade. Previous card has the flips. No, it needs to flip the card. I already got the flip one. I crossed off the flip one. The flip is for the flip cards, like the morph. Is this name real? Enop Moy Fisher. Yep, the name of all time. Unless X and an option that is clearly better than the others, which doesn't matter because you can choose all. Well, the X is just to get around cards like Chalice of the Void or what's that Eldrazi that says you can only play cards or you cannot play cards with even mana cost. So you can pay 1 extra mana and make this an odd mana cost. Any reason not to choose all? Some cards say if you gain life, you lose that much life. So you might not want to gain life in that situation. Yeah, I have nothing against this card. It's doable. It's Cybers for some people. Shackles. This is a 5 mana instant. Return 2 cards in your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Return? That doesn't make any sense. Return 2 cards in your hand. Return them where? Where are they going? They came from my hand. Are they just going back? Exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so it's a flicker. Quitter creatures can't block this turn. You're a quitter. We have no room for quitters here. Oh yeah, return to the library. That's a great idea. So they were gonna return where they came from. They came from the library to our hand to the battlefield. So like I guess I never thought about the chain. So cards come from the library to our hand to the battlefield to the graveyard or exile. So when we return cards from the graveyard, we're returning them to the battlefield. When we return cards from the battlefield, we're putting them back to our hand. When we return cards from our hand, they go back in the deck. Bingo Shackles is a real card name. Oh, do we have a bingo card? Bingo for that? Same name as a real card. Interesting. Fascinating. Unopen the booster pack. You got them. Yeah, yeah. Or it could go put it back in the trade binder. Return it for where you bought your singles from. Presumably return to where they came from, which could be fun for those uncards that have you open a sealed booster pack. And we return cards from your library. They go back to the game store. What does this do? Oh yeah, quitters can anyway. So said. Oh, wait a minute. Quitter creatures are just a creature type. So now quitter is a creature type. I got quitter creatures. They quit very easily. I'll sacrifice them. So actually, this is legal. Exile target creature you control. Then yeah, so we have this and quitter creatures. That all works here. Think we can get ending music to start soon? Nope. I've got my eyes focused on my playlist. In fact, you might say this show. Well, we did Shackles, this thing, and Invasion of Koldan. You might say the show is over. That'd be it for today. And as usual, you know where to find me, Coffee Crew. You got to be here weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat, so other people are part of the show. And thank you so much to my Zyber crew for being here today. People like Kano. We got Kano, Benjamin Berkey, Tom, William, Chris Bonehead, Talthar, Vader. We got Justin, Pandas, Dr. Nemo, Mondrek, Gillum. Who else we have here? Dinglebag, Damn Draws, Maiko. Bingo music. It did not happen. That did not happen. Thank you very much for the super chat, Chris. Sagacious. Joshua, Jesus, Ave, B Autism, Sapara, Benjin, The True Try, and more, because you guys are what makes the show every single day. So keep bringing those coffees, Coffee Crew, and we're going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.